A day I will remember always. I walked into that office with an empty stroller and an empty car seat. And a few minutes later, I walked back out those doors with a brand new 16-day-old baby boy in the car seat. And immediately, he captured our hearts. And at that time, I had no idea who he would become to us. But years earlier, in 2007, someone spoke a prophecy over my life. You will have a son. And for years, I held tight to that promise. But life didn't look like that right away. We became foster parents. And in just 2 years, we welcomed 19 little boys into our home. 19. Little diapers, little blankets, little bottles. And if you've ever fostered before, you know what that means. You love them with your whole heart, even when you know that they may not stay. And sometimes that kind of love hurts. Tiny hearts we loved and then had to say goodbye to. And then came him. He wasn't like the other boys who came and passed through. He was the one God handpicked for us. He was staying. When it came time to choose his name, we chose his middle names very intentionally. Isaiah, because that name was given to me when the promise first came to me in 2007. And Samuel. Samuel means God has heard. So when this little boy came into our lives, we declared something over him. God heard my prayer for a son. And here's the part that still amazes me. The promise that came in 2007, his name was changed in the 7th month. And now, I'm telling his story in real number 7 on the 17th. Only God could write something like that. Now, our journey with him hasn't been easy. There have been multiple hospital stays, big emotions, moments that have stretched our faith. But even in the middle of those hard days, I knew there was more going on than I could see with my natural eye. Work was taking place in the spiritual realm, and in those moments, I knew God was chipping away the hard off of my boy. And I began to see the hand of God on his life. His placement with us was not random. He was divinely placed with us. He was always part of God's plan. His story was woven right into ours. And now, as he is home after another difficult bump in the road, and I look at him and I watch him, and I see finally the joy returning, I'm reminded that God keeps his promises. And for reasons beyond my own understanding, God chose me to be his mom. And the next chapter of our story is where my own healing journey begins. Chapter 8 drops Wednesday.